All right, welcome once again, listeners, to Fate's Rest. Last time, we saw the conclusion of the battle with the Light Elemental. Would you all like to go over what happened? All the salt included. That's fine.
You fought a giant light kitty of a test of courage, and the most cowardly man got the courage cat.
There was rodeos, there was grease, there was some light binding with vines, and
There was some dragon roars and all sorts of fun things.
Up in your face and in your business, trying to take you down.
lots of elemental nonsensory happening, and
Lots of
poetic,
actions.
and all the poetic justice was left at the door.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost as bad as that really annoying barkeep, which
Oh, yeah.
we gotta go
Yeah.
back to.
Yeah. You'll be as walking out the scary light room so it doesn't crash in on us. With everybody else, of course.
Yep.
Because that's what we were told. Her arms are folded. Just walking out.
I think Callie has a very similar expression and mood.
I think to be truly honest, Fritz would probably just be kind of flipping, maybe flipping like a little pouch from his backpack, just kind of throw it up in the air, just looking, kind of just ready to move on to the next thing.
And walk out of the portal into the ruins. And before you stand the villagers that Yulby and Leo found in the mines.
Well, she cheers up. Aha! You made it!
Yes, one of the elders say. They had to take the long way around.
Are all of you alright? Anyone hurt?
Exhausted, quite a bit hungry. There's a couple of children over there. They pointed children. They're completely passed out. Apparently stairs and children don't go well together.
Well,
Usually doesn't.
I argue stairs and most things don't go good together, but
I suppose I was sort of referring to everything that just happened. I know some of you were tied up, and I'm sure you didn't do so willingly originally, but in the midst of everything, I wasn't able to stop and check in with you. Is everybody okay? Besides tired.
Physically, yes. Emotionally, it remains to be seen. And then an old man, that one of the old people that was tied up, and mentally, I've been batshit for 25 years. So.
I think I like this one.
For being our rescuers, the first one speaks again. We would like to invite you all for some hospitality. Food, drinks, rest, all on the house, courtesy of our village, the small city of Jimian.
Where
And she like emphasizes small city when she says
where is this city located in the world again? Because I'm foggy on that.
Alright. It's in the main continent where your journey all started. Near the north. About ...250 miles west of the War Beast. Small mountain range near the cliffs that overhang the ocean.
Gonna look at Zug or Fritz or whoever it is right now because he hasn't really spoken.
Well, he did mention he liked the crazy old man, but he's gonna. I will take you up on the offer if you have fish.
Well, yes, we have fish. Just because we're a mining village doesn't mean we don't fish.
Well,
Yeah, there's lots of water around.
there's water not far from where my tribe's from, but we don't fish. The other one taught me it's pretty good, so kind of like it.
They're strange, but yes, we have fish. These villagers slowly begin to leave the temple through the main entrance, make their way down the stairs. The
Just the
crazy old man picks up the two children that passed out and carries them down the stairs.
Making their way downstairs, walking not very fast at all.
so it's
Not very fast.
We're all
How's
going
this
through-
old man holding the kids?
He's a miner. Regardless of how old he is, he's still strong.
so
Yeah.
we're all going through the new door that we made to the new entrance
The
that
new
we
old door?
reopened to the temple.
Yes. The new old door.
The new and
Yeah.
improved reopened door.
I'm gonna go and walk next to like one of the elder looking folks. Right, the people who look like they probably know the stories about this place and all that. And just so this temple here, am I to understand it's correct that you were holding it was to prevent the elemental of light from coming through to this realm, or what precisely was was your role in this temple, or you as in your people?
Once upon a time, before the temple fell to ruin and people began to forget, we would bring what would be considered sacrifices, food, gemstones. This mountain is very rich in diamond, so we'd bring diamond, we'd bring opal,
Offerings, yeah?
offerings, live goats, whatever the lion would take. As time went by, it began to be worshipped as, according to the records, they began to worship it as the sun instead of the lion. And eventually they stopped coming to the temple altogether.
So why didn't you and your people continue to come to the temple?
Because honestly, life did not change whether we brought offerings or not. I've been on this planet for almost 600 years. And I have seen people spend their entire life worrying about offerings and the gods' scorn and all this, and when it stopped, nothing changed. There was no famine, there was no drought, the mines did not run dry, there was no plague. And so I realized that when I became the head elder, I realized that it was pointless to worship someone who didn't actually care.
Kelly will smirk a little at this. Just in my experience, there are a few that do, but most don't seem to. There's a tiny glance in the direction of her godling friend, but like trying to be subtle about it.
I think of it this way. If they were going to intervene, if they had any care what we did, we wouldn't be doing it. So, honestly, at this point in life,
until
life is what it is.
until they have a job that needs doing, and then they suddenly care.
Oh, those ones are the worst, aren't they? They only come to they only do anything if they need help with something.
Speaking of, we may have, actually we did. We have taken the light spirit from its present in the temple. I do hope that's not too terribly concerning for you. You did say that you've no longer worshipped the temple, so...
This elder looks up at the sky. Oh, we can tell.
Gonna look up at the sky also?
If everybody
Yeah.
who does, give me perception checks.
Oh, God.
And it's daylight, so
That's an 8.
an 8,
Oh,
Squints at the sky.
15 for Fritz.
15.
guys, so I get advantage on my perception checks, yeah?
Yes.
I kid you not. I got a nat 20 and a nat 1.
Oh, lucky.
Amazing.
It's amazing. Oh, okay, 23 then for me.
All right, so Yulby unfortunately did not roll high enough.
She's just gonna curse at the light cat.
It's bright.
She now knows who to blame.
However, when the other two you look up, you'll notice that one of the suns, the smaller one of the two, is missing. It's no longer in the sky. And about this time, the suns would be practically next to each other.
I'm sorry. You're telling me that a whole sun disappeared and Yulby just doesn't notice?
It's too bright. The light level didn't change.
Too much glare.
Exactly.
Yep.
It's the problem all of us glasses wearers know of when there's just a smudge in your glasses you can't tell there's
But
too much light.
With Yulby,
feeling.
it's the light's bouncing off her armor, and it's like shining in her face.
I mean, she's still correct in blaming the light cat. She just doesn't know why at this point.
And
Oh,
Callie
man.
rolled high enough to notice that when you look up, when you're looking around, Leo is nowhere to be found.
Did we leave him back at the temple?
You remember him coming out of the temple with you, but he is nowhere to be found.
That dirty rat had a shortcut.
Gonna stop and look over at her companions. And then just... I think we may have misplaced our brand new pact holder.
Look around.
Yeah, right. Just look around because neither one of us would have noticed it either.
Yeah, as y'all look around, you notice that Leo's gone because it was brought to your attention.
It's kinda like
Just also when we don't have any memories of Leo being with us too, like that whole level.
he never existed. It's just like a small sigh, turns around to start walking back up the stairs.
Yeah. coward won't even leave the temple.
You walk back up the stairs, re-enter the temple. The portal is completely closed off. It's shut down. And there's no one in the temple.
Can I don't know, look for... Actually, no. I'm gonna use my frog guy, Toad. I'm gonna use my toad guy. Be like, hey, Phrynos.
Yes.
You were able to telepathically communicate to,
Ray.
to Ray, and therefore to other pact holders. Can you communicate to... Tries to remember the cat's name. Hold on.
Lagios.
Legilos?
Yes, Legolas is... Well,
So close.
they're very, very far away, but I can.
Please do. I suppose ask them where they went. We thought they were with us.
He is quiet for a little bit there. And then you hear, they said they were going to see the desert. That's all they told me.
You know in like cartoon shows when like a character gets angry and there's that little like red like anger sign twitching in the corner? That's essentially what's happening with Callie here. She just like crosses her arms and sighs and looks at the other two and just apparently they've decided to go visit the desert.
Didn't we kind of try to reiterate that he's a bad one to go to a meek person, and here we go.
Phrynos, could you please ask them one more time what they intend to do with the desert?
He's quiet. He's quiet for a second. Something about locating a purple ball of fluff. Whatever that means.
I know I don't have all the marbles in my head, but I think they lost all of theirs. All of them.
Kelly's
They can't even play the game. They're trying to play with, like, blocks.
puts like 2 fingers to the bridge between your eyes and just know that purple ball is an illusion that Leo can cast. I was charmed by it myself, but did they entirely forget the entire point about a godling that can seal elementals running around?
Phrynos kind of chuckles. Oh, you didn't know. Liggy.
No, I didn't know.
Liggy
What
is
is this?
Well, he has the attention span of a gnat. So, good luck with that.
And once again gave him to
Could you
the weakest willed individual we've met so far.
Do you think you might be able
This
to ask
can't.
them if they could come back here, please? There's a big feast and things. They could have a party.
I can try.
This can only end well.
And Phrynos is quiet for a significant amount of time this time. A good 5 minutes pass. He comes back in very annoyed. Well, I don't know what his problem is, but apparently he's not leaving the desert until he finds the purple ball of fluff.
Did you tell them they're going to have fish at this feast party?
I explained all kinds of things about food, and he was not having it. I swear, cats are very stubborn.
I'm gonna translate this all out to her party and just like they're apparently in the desert. They're looking for a purple ball of fluff and they refuse to come back. And I don't know. I guess at this point I don't know. What do we do next? Do we try to keep chasing after them to keep them safe?
Well, if he's supposed to be the pact holder, then something should be fine, right? Yobi's just gonna go down the stairs. Grumbles. Fate's stupid! Whatever god's in charge of that, fuck you!
For once, we agree on the
I think Fritz gonna stand there, just kind of has this annoyed look, like he's talking to himself. And he's gonna kind of, before he steps down the stairs to join. Well, Sig says we should just go kill him, but I don't think that's the right way forward.
God.
I don't believe it's Leo's fault.
Yeah, it's whatever, I guess, the light cat or the gods. I don't know which one. One of them. Hands thrown up in the air.
Well, Sig's not particular which one is killed.
Well, aside from the fact that elementals, you can't kill them, we need them all to be connected to this realm somehow, remember? If they're sealed away, then we fail our entire mission, and all of this was pointless. So let's go.
Oh, I got an idea.
Play in the desert.
I got an idea.
Entirely unprotected. Yes?
I have the biggest idea. What if one of the elementals is a dog? She grins.
Hey, Tex. I've read book stories about the elementals. Are any of them canine in nature?
Canine? Technically, I don't think foxes count as canines, so no.
They're like canine adjacent, but yeah. Can I go think on this just a second and then shake her head and just like, I don't remember there being any dog elementals. I'm sorry.
Well, I tried. What about... Oh wait, no, I have the water one. Huzzah!
Ask her to go rain in the desert or something.
Hey Ray, what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I could. But I wouldn't worry about the too much. He's typically reliable when push comes to shove.
Oh no, we're trying to play pranks on him.
Oh, pranks? I can do that. But rain in a desert? That's just mean to the ecosystem.
Sometimes desert fish need it.
I can make it snow.
Desert fish?
In the desert? Huh. Well, we have to eventually go that way for one of the dots on the marker, right?
There is one of our spirits
Yeah,
still
we
there.
can play pranks.
Let's just hope nothing happens to them in the meantime.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Regardless of how we feel about them, Styx does say that Leo is in dereliction of duty, and that is a punishable by death. But sounds like we'll have to tackle it when we get to that point.
And I think he's still fulfilling the duty technically, considering he's maintaining his pact, and that's all we asked of him. Well, all that was asked of him. It wasn't us that asked. Unfortunately, I forgot to specify that he, when there's dangers running around, should not run off on his own to the desert, but I suppose that's on me.
Didn't they both agree to go to the Gatekeeper's Tavern?
We did say that there were people after.
We did say that, and they did say that they could go to the tavern. I don't believe we ever got them to actually agree to it, which, again, I didn't realize we were dealing with those sorts of
Told
people.
you they lost some marbles. Well, there's a party in the town and we're going.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember they said they have fish, so I'm in for the party.
There's not a lot else we can do that's helpful right now, so might as well. Relax and enjoy yourselves a little.
You make your way back down. It's a bit of a trek. There's a lot of stairs. You get down to the bottom. The villagers have begun to set up this, almost as if like they're in festival mode, and have begun to set up stuff for a feast and a party and happy times.
So, is it like the nice festival like gathering type, or is it the sketchy type of festival gathering?
It's like,
Where you look at the pavilions and stuff, and you're like, that's gonna collapse if too many people walk
Oh.
over it.
there's not like structures being built. It's more like they're throwing streamers like across some posts, and they're putting out a couple tables. It's more like a pot like
Lazy
a
party.
potluck picnic.
It's a whatever we have at the moment
Yeah.
kind of party.
Okay, so more of the sketchy side. Gotcha.
Everything's held together with bubble gum and duct tape.
And
Is
streamers.
there music, though?
There's light music playing. It's just a cacophony of different sounds. None of it's like uniform.
Aw, I'm sad.
I'm a party over there with Ray.
And they bring out different types of fish. They make this big old rice hot pot in the middle of everything. And you party throughout the night. You sleep and you wake up fresh in the morning. And people are still kind of passed out all over the town. There's some people who've gone back to their day jobs.
People party hard in this world.
Yeah, I know, right?
I mean, they just got rescued from a pretty terrible situation for the mine, so I think it warrants pretty heavy partying.
Yeah.
You see a group of miners getting ready to go down into the mines.
Child labor. No, I'm just kidding.
And in this group, you'll notice the crazy old man and about 3 others that you knew for sure had had enough to drink that they probably shouldn't be awake right now.
I mean, they're miners. This is to be expected, right? Kind of like sailors.
Yeah.
They're just, underground sailors. It's fine.
People that notice you all waking up, doing your morning routines, they wave at you.
Wave back happily. Then look at the group. It's like, okay, do we need to go see the old know-it-all man now?
Yes, I suppose so.
I mean, the plan is to beat the other group to the other remaining elementals, so
And
that'd be the good plan.
then try to beat them to the one that we set loose.
Oh yeah.
Annoyed tail flick.
Could one of you get an answer from your companions if a desert's a common place for Lagos to go and hide at? So maybe he's in somewhere that's not common, so it might be more hidden.
I understand what you're saying.
Deserts are pretty big though, and hot.
Hey, Frenos, does what's the word you used? Does Licky usually hang out in deserts? Like, if I wanted to find him, is that a place I would go to look?
Well, he's hard to pin down. He likes to wander. But it is best, if you want to find him, to follow the light. He typically is wherever the sun is at its highest.
Like a size. Puts a hand to the bridge between her nose again and just. Well, evidently, there's essentially a beacon. You just have to go to wherever the sun is highest, and you'll probably find him there.
And deserts tend to have rather high suns.
Yeah. And hot.
Maybe we can
Well,
ask
that's why they
the.
tend to be hot.
Maybe we can ask the know-it-all to open up a door nearby them or something.
Yeah. Well, see why not.
Are we gonna club him over the head and drag him into the tavern?
I might still have a net.
Oh, I
Sig,
have a whoopee cushion.
Sig likes this plan.
You, I think.
Oh, I could. It is a cat, right? I could tie some feathers to the end of a long rope.
Oh, dear God.
Oh, we can catch a bird. Have many feathers.
Perfect. That seems like the best plan right now. It's far more amusing than having to fight that thing again.
Ah, yes.
Gonna go to wherever the nearest door is and open a door to the tavern. Because we have a key and I remembered it this time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Go in.
And you all walk into the tavern. And for some reason, you walk in here. It's quiet. The lights are all down. There's no one in the tavern. You see
Well,
light.
we lost him too.
You see light coming from atop the stairs. Light and noise, and it seems to be the only bits of this in the tavern. You don't even see the ghost.
I go to the bar top anyway, just in case. And I knock on the counter a couple times just to be like, hello.
What should I have you roll for that? Okay, I'll roll a dice on my end.
Big old
God.
chunk.
That dice was crazy every time.
Well, neither of them notice, so the ghost nor the god.
See, I was half expecting you were going to tell us we go back to the tavern and it's like a desert sky up above us. That's what I was expecting.
Kelly- I think Kelly has an idea, and I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm just gonna smirk a little bit, and then just sit down at the bar next to Yelby, and like use her mage hand to just reach across the bar and like get a glass and like, I don't know, some mead or something, like a bottle of something. And just, oh, I'm certain if we just sit down and wait, he'll come see us. I mean, he knows everything, right? He already knows we're here.
Oh yeah, he does know everything. Oh, he says he knows most things.
Well, perhaps he knows how many bottles of mead he
So-
has. Would you like one?
So while they're doing this, Fritz is going to. This is stupid, but he's going to do it. He has the alter self
Oh,
spell,
jeez.
so he's going to make himself look similar to the barkeep and start pouring drinks for the guys.
Perfect. All three of them are just so done with God beings right now.
Fritz is always up for a good prank.
as you begin pouring and making noise, the candles around the bar top itself and the lights raise up a bit, and the ghost floats down the stairs and looks behind the bar, extremely confused, and then back up the stairs, and then back behind the bar.
Small wave at the goats.
And-
Sips drink.
Hi.
When you wave at it, the ghost's face goes from confused to, oh joy. And then he just points at the stairs.
So the spell lasts for an hour, so if we start heading up the stairs, Fritz is still going to look like the barkeep.
I'll go up the stairs. Be like, thank you. And hop off the chair.
I'm gonna take my glass
Good,
with
he's
me.
good.
It's fine.
Yeah, he's going to pour himself a glass and head up to follow.
The ghost wouldn't stop
Oh,
you.
just take the bottle.
He's going to take the bottle.
The ghost isn't going to stop you. He's just so fed up.
I mean, same.
You all go up the stairs. You round a couple of flights. You find a couple of locked doors. You keep following the light. You come to the top.
Some long stairs.
It's 3 or 4 flights up.
Can we just walk through? Oh, never mind. Go on.
And down this hallway, in front of you, is a row of doors on either end, and each one looks different. You've got a metal door. There's a door to some kind of space age contraption. There's just a regular wooden door. There's a sliding door. There's a screen door. It's all the way down this thing, and it doesn't look like it ends anytime soon. It's like an endless hallway. And out of one of the doors, not far from there, walks the barkeep. The light that you were seeing downstairs is pouring out of this door. He shuts the door behind him, locks it, and turns to the 3 of you. Ah, welcome. And then he notices the
You
clone
would
of
see
himself.
Fritz looking not a clone of himself, like a younger brother. To him. Like very similar in appearance, but not quite the same.
He walks around Fritz. He looks at him.
Impersonating a god is not a line he wants to cross today. It's fine.
He grins. Is this reminds me of pranks that my daughter would pull, only tame.
I think he would also have a voice that sounds pretty similar to the barkeep. And well, it would have been less tame, but the ghost eventually interrupted the ladies before they got too wild.
Oh dear, are you terrorizing the poor ghostly barkeeper?
Not
Not
at
at
all.
all.
Not the word I would use.
All 3 of you respond at the same time. It's perfect. Well, did you succeed in making a pact with the lion, or did the followers of darkness or calamity or whatever they're calling themselves take him.
Well,
They did.
succeed is a strong word. We got the pact with your cowardly nerd friend that you sent with us. However, they decided to take a vacation on the way here.
To the desert.
You cut out for me. Try that again.
Oh, to the desert.
Yes, I apologize for that. Little Liggy is a bit, what's the word without being mean?
Irritating.
He's got a bit of an attention deficit issue.
Okay. So I guess my point is that the followers of the Calamity did not get the pact. We did get the pact, but we immediately lost said pact and said elemental. So now I suppose the next step is, would you please open us up a door to the desert where they are so we can go collect them a second time?
Well, you could go to the desert and deal with that frustrating cat. Or you can let me handle him and you could head to the nice, cool mountains and go
You're talking
bird
about
hunting.
You're talking about my home now. I don't know if I'd ever
Oh,
call
we
them
need the
nice.
bird. For the feathers.
Also, Sig says that if he does not return within 48 hours, then he should be executed for abandoning his post.
It's a bit harsh, but I'll deal with it. It's fine.
I've seen gods dole out worse punishments for less, so.
I will put him on a leash.
Oh, she'll elbow Callie for a second. Look, God's gonna go do something.
Oh, perhaps we should paint a portrait.
We should probably commemorate the moment. It's a pretty rare occurrence. Maybe make a holiday too.
Oh, here, bottle.
A day that a god does something.
Does like a little sarcastic cheers with my glass before taking a drink.
He sighs and does not look amused. He's like, yes, go. The door is set.
Well, I suppose, jokes aside, I should say thank you. So, thank you for helping us with this issue.
Yes.
Would
Yes.
have been nice to know.
What's up with all these
you know,
doors?
what to expect beforehand, but that's alright.
Oh, you said, what's with all the doors? He notices.
Yeah.
This is the Hall of Realms. These are the doors that my bosses, the Fates, have tied the different realms of the multiverse to the tavern.
So you're saying theoretically, I could open up any of these doors and walk into another universe?
With the right key, yes.
I imagine it'd be a hell of a place to have a draft.
Interesting. Alright. I suppose I'm very curious, but I don't, you weren't giving off... Sorry, I hit my microphone. I am very curious, but you weren't giving off too many cues like you were going to show us any of them, so I suppose we should get back to work.
Perhaps when the issues here on Terra are solved, I could show you the different universes. There are a few that can access all of them.
She'll nod a little bit, and then gonna start heading down the stairs.
So before Fritz turns to leave, he's gonna just Sig wants me to apologize for all of our nonsense, but that's Sig's words, not mine. And he's gonna turn to leave.
The barkeeper, he chuckles. He's like, "Oh yes, nonsense. I'm used to it. I have quite a bit of prankster children, so I'm just old and cantankerous. That's all."
Well, if you're a god, can you get unold?
He thinks for a minute. It's like, I've never tried.
Nobody shrugs. Drinks out the bottle.
Right. When you get to the bottom of the stairs, the tavern is lively again. There's a few people in there, and the ghost barkeeper kind of looks at you all with like confused anger, like he's frustrated with y'all, and continues serving drinks.
I don't know what his problem is. I'll put a few coins of how much I think this bottle's worth on the counter.
I mean, Fritz is still walking around as what looks like the younger brother of the barkeep. So he has an hour he has either an hour or a concentration on that spell. He's gonna leave it on until they leave the tavern, unless it wears off sooner than that.
Love it. I suppose we'll probably, stop for some breakfast and things, because we just woke up and walked here, but then off to the door.
Yep. Oh, wait, no. I have a
Oh.
thing.
Yes.
Yopi's gonna pull out a paper from her pocket and hand it to Zugfritz Trigger. Whatever is going on here. She'll look at the happy face if he still's got it on.
I mean, because it doesn't change your clothes. It doesn't change your clothes, so it means still have it on.
I remembered you could read the words on the thing. She pointed at the paper. They look similar.
So, is this the language that was in that shrine?
Yes.
Or is this... Okay.
She nods.
So, Fritz is going to kind of take the paper and... well, I can't, but Sig can.
She'll turn
It's-
the paper over.
So I guess he'll do is he'll kind of look down and switch over and...
As you switch, that is where we will stop.
I love the idea of just reaching over and flipping over the paper to to let him switch. Beautiful. It's like a button. Boop.
Well, and basically, as he switched too, he'd lose the disguise, so he'd go back to his normal self.
So it really is like a button.
She just thought the paper was the wrong way. So, if it's not this one, it's the other paper, obviously.
Alrighty, alright. So, turn to your podcatcher of your choosing for ratings, reviews, otherwise. Little stories of blasphemy in your parties on occasion. When directly talking to gods, that's always a fun situation. Best remember, 1 star is mean star, 5 stars is best stars. And let us know what you like, what you want to hear more of. If we're taking the mischief to the extreme, like the too far of a level, it probably won't change, but you're more than able to say that you want us to change it. Maybe. Doubt
Maybe
it.
they'll tell us to go more.
Maybe it's also going more, which would be possibly breaking our DM. You can just hear a spirit break.
You don't understand how many times I had to resist going into a laughing fit because it would have made me cough and I would have died.
Perfect. Oh man.
Or-
Yeah. So, after you've done that review and you've said all you want to say there, and you're like, okay, now I have to wait for them to eventually see this and respond to me and all these things, you could just pop over to our Discord and talk to us directly, right? Just hop on over, tag whoever you want to talk to. We'll chat with you. It's a good time. So yeah, the link is right down in the description below. And since you're done with your review, you can hop on over and see us. I mean, you don't have to review to see us, but it'd be nice.
Mm. You could also come check out our socials at Faith Dress at Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And maybe then we'll make the announcement of when we actually like fully break text. And it will be a good day.
You've only truly broken me once. And that was early on. Did my best to keep my composure.
Means we're not
since-
means we're not doing a good enough job.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta try
I'm becoming
harder.
desensitized.
But clearly, we just need to try even harder.
Yeah.
And lastly, I leave you with the topic of the week. And this time, going by what's going on in this episode, I want to hear about the times that a party member, be it NPC, player character, hostage. I don't know how your parties roll. I want to know when these people just vanished. They squirreled. I want to know about those stories because those are always funny.
Oh man, I have one, but I don't think it's funny.
Well, they could be sad sometimes. Every time it's ever happened to me, it was
I
funny.
have-
So
I had one of those where my character now has a bounty and it has a bounty on their head. On their
I didn't squirrel my character.
We'll
has
probably
that.
find out more in the Discord.
And as always, we love you.
We love
Love
you.
Bye.
Goodbye.